Welcome back to my YouTube channel WC Coins World. Today we are going to take a long, detailed journey into the fascinating story of the 1934 1-cent coin known as the wheat penny, a coin that is not just a piece of copper but a symbol of American history during a difficult time, the Great Depression. This coin carries with it a story of survival, design, artistry, minting practices, and economic struggle, and as we explore its history in depth, we will uncover the many layers of its creation, circulation, and legacy that still captivate collectors today. The 1934 wheat penny was part of the Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. This series was revolutionary because it was the first regularly circulating American coin to feature a real person instead of allegorical figures, and the designer, Victor David Brenner, gave the coin its distinctive look with the portrait of Lincoln on the obverse and two wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. By 1934, the United States was in the midst of the Great Depression, a period of economic hardship that began with the stock market crash of 1929 and lasted throughout the 1930s. Coins minted during this era often tell us much about the nation's financial struggles. Production numbers, minting decisions, and even the materials used reflect the condition of the economy. The 1934 cent is no exception, and studying it gives us a window into American resilience during one of the hardest times in modern history. The coin itself was struck primarily at the Philadelphia Mint, which produced the majority of cents for circulation in that year. There were no Denver Mint coins made in 1934, but the San Francisco Mint did strike a limited number of coins, giving us two varieties of the 1934 cent: the 1934 plain from Philadelphia and the 1934 S from San Francisco. The mint mark system is an important part of American numismatic history since it helps collectors and historians trace where a coin was produced and how rare it might be. The Philadelphia Mint produced over 219 million cents in 1934, which was a significant number for the time, reflecting the gradual recovery of the economy under President Franklin D. Roosevelt's New Deal policies. The San Francisco Mint, on the other hand, struck just over 14 million coins, making the 1934 S more limited and sought after by collectors. Even today, mint marks play a major role in value and desirability of coins, and the 1934 wheat penny is a perfect example of this principle. The design of the 1934 cent followed the same style that had been introduced in 1909. The obverse featured the profile bust of Abraham Lincoln facing right with the inscriptions, "Liberty" to the left, and "In God We Trust" along the top rim. The date Lincoln appears to the right, with a mint mark below, featuring wheat ears framing 1 cent within the iconic United States of America and E pluribus unum above. An interesting aspect of the 1934 wheat penny is its composition. The coin was made of 95% copper, with the remaining 5% composed of tin and zinc. This metallic mixture was typical of cents at the time and gave the coin its distinctive reddish-brown appearance. However, over decades of circulation, these coins often toned to darker shades, which is why collectors today value original luster and clean surfaces so highly when grading coins from this period. The historical context of 1934 makes this coin even more intriguing. America was in the middle of President Roosevelt's first term, and the nation was embracing sweeping reforms designed to revive the economy. Millions of Americans were unemployed, and money was tight. Every cent mattered, and coins like the 1934 wheat penny passed through the hands of ordinary people every single day, carrying the burden of the times and the promise of recovery. Collectors prized the 1934 penny not only for its historical connections, but also for certain varieties that emerged due to minting errors. In particular, the double die obverse variety is highly collectible. This error was the result of a misalignment during the hubbing process of the dies, and it resulted in noticeable doubling on the date and lettering. Examples of the 1934 double die are rare and command high premiums at auctions because they showcase the imperfections of the minting process that fascinate collectors. The condition of a 1934 wheat penny plays a crucial role in determining its value. Circulated examples are generally worth a modest amount, because of the high mintage but uncirculated pieces, especially those with bright original red luster, can be worth significantly more. The 1934s is scarcer in mint state condition than the Philadelphia issue, and that makes it particularly desirable to advanced collectors grading. Services such as PCGS and NGC have certified many of these coins, and their population reports give us a clear picture of rarity at higher grades. The Wheat Cent series is one of the most beloved coin series in American history, and the 1934 issue is an important part of that story. It bridges the gap between the early coins of the 1910s and 1920s and the later war-era coins of the 1940s. It also highlights the role of the San Francisco Mint in continuing to produce coins for circulation at a time when not all mints were fully operational due to fluctuating economic needs. Beyond its numismatic importance, the 1934 penny tells a story of design evolution. Victor David Brenner's original reverse design with wheat stalks remained in place until 1958, when it was replaced by the Lincoln Memorial reverse in 1959. The 1934 penny therefore belongs to the long run of wheat reverse issues, and its simplicity is part of its enduring charm. The wheat design symbolized American agriculture strength and progress, ideals that were especially important during the Depression when so many farmers and workers were struggling. The Philadelphia Mint coin of 1934 has no mint mark, while the San Francisco Mint coin bears the S mark. Under the date, this simple letter means everything to collectors since it identifies the origin of the coin, and in the world of numismatics, rarity is often tied directly to mint mark. The 1934s is scarcer and more challenging to find in pristine condition, making it a key piece for those assembling complete Lincoln Cent sets. As we dive deeper into the story of this coin, it is worth considering how everyday Americans viewed their pennies in 1934. These coins were essential for small purchases: streetcars, candy, newspapers, and countless other goods and services. A penny was not just pocket change, it was a symbol of thrift and survival. During lean times, millions of these coins were produced, yet each one carried significance in the lives of those who used them. The 1934 Wheat Penny Study offers insight into minting technology, with manual dies and hubbing resulting in collectible varieties with varying strike quality across mints, and collectors often compare the sharpness of detail in Philadelphia strikes versus San Francisco strikes in 1934. The Philadelphia coins were generally well struck, but San Francisco examples sometimes showed softness in details. The coin market today continues to recognize the 1934 cent as a desirable issue. Though not exceedingly rare, it is an affordable piece of history for beginner collectors and a coin with enough depth and varieties to intrigue advanced numismatists. Prices range from a few cents for heavily worn coins to hundreds of dollars for high-grade examples or era varieties. This accessibility is one reason the Wheat Cent series remains so popular across generations of collectors. Over the decades, the 1934 penny has been found in countless old jars, piggy banks, and collections. Its survival rate is high due to the large mintage, but the challenge lies in finding well-preserved examples. Coins with full red color, sharp strikes, and minimal marks are true prizes for collectors. These gems often become centerpiece coins in Lincoln Cent collections, especially when certified by leading grading services. The enduring appeal of the 1934 cent lies in its ability to connect us with history. To hold one in your hand is to hold a piece of the Great Depression era. To imagine the hands it passed through, the stories it witnessed, and the resilience of the people who spent it. Every coin is both an artifact and a storyteller, and the 1934 Wheat Penny tells its tale with quiet strength. Our 1934 Wheat Penny exploration begins, diving deeper into the minting process, variety grading, collecting tips, auction records, and the Lincoln Cent's impact. Thanks for watching WC Coins World. Enjoy learning about the 1934 1-cent wheat penny. Share, subscribe for more incredible coin history. See you in the next video.